Alright everybody, welcome to the Bone Buddies channel. Today I am going to be playing and, kind of reviewing this map made by my good friend, oiBoo. In particular, I've already beaten this level, as we can see. I'm going to be reviewing this level that I bitched and moaned about for a long time. As we can see from the leaderboard here, literally a few people have beat it. My PB currently is 58 minutes, 55 seconds. To be fair, I had to go eat when I, did this time. But I am going to try to not look at this level through rose-tinted lenses, I want to see if the 2 upvotes, which I'm pretty sure is just me and probably one other person, I know I'm one of them, I want to see if it's deserved. So the level gimmick here is we have a bubble. Now, I think that there's more to the gimmick than just, hey, there's a bubble. I forgot you can hold shift, and you can slow yourself down in bubble. When I was first playing this level, Boo actually taught me that. I was trying to rush through it, he's like, you can hold shift, by the way. I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of helpful to know. I'm like, oh, thank you. But yeah, no, this first section here is to the left. I just kind of choose this. This is the very first section I went into. I actually really like this section. I will admit, this last part that we're going to be talking about here is kind of tight, almost. Ooh. There we go. Alright. It's going to be really hard to talk while also playing this game. Honestly, right, and there's a lot of moving pieces here. You have to be pretty decent with your timing. Oh, Jesus, that made my heart rate increase. But I'm actually, not too concerned with that. I actually really like the idea of levels where you need to be good with your timing. Now, this is to me, the hardest part of the level right here. Like, just in my opinion, this right here, this is the part that is tough. So, now that we're here, I want to be kind of careful here, so we need to get down just enough to hit here. And here's the part that tripped me up my first playthrough. You can clip into the ground here, and you are on a timer. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna die here and get angry. Wow! I did it. My first try. You know what? That's actually not as tight as I thought it was at first. Whew, okay. Down here, this is the room my good friend Dasher, Mr. Crazy Dasher, spent so long on. I feel like this technically is the most BS room. I don't think it's the most difficult. I think it's the most BS. Also, what did I do to trigger that block? What did I do? What did I do to hurt its feelings? Now here's why this room isn't that hard. As you can see, this wall acts kind of as a safe place. I don't know if Boo knows about this, but it is virtually impossible to die as long as you're hugging. Okay, alright. You get what I mean. I said virtually impossible, not it is impossible. Because what you want to do to get through this section, at least in my eyes, right? I'm not a good player. Do not take my advice. You can take it, but obviously, I would recommend thinking for yourself. But basically, you want to rush while also taking your time, if that makes sense. As you can see here, this wall is keeping me very much protected. And as you can see, we got past that relatively quickly. This room. I am the one who directly inspired this. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Whoops. Sorry, buddy. Did not mean to get you murdered. Did not mean to... Ah! Now, I did not directly say make a kind of puzzle. And I do really love this gimmick. There's a few things I don't like so much about it. And it's mostly this part right here. We'll see if I can get it first try. Still not out of the woods yet. Oh! Again, we're still not out of the woods, but that is really tight, and there's no roof up here. Move up too many pixels and you will die. And I can't say that I'm really happy with that. Now this part, oh my gosh! Oh. I can't believe I did that my first try. That took me ages, dude. My first attempt. That took me ages, and I did that first, second try. But you know what? Dude, I think my playthrough here is basically proving, alright, that, oh, that's cool. I didn't even know those folders sitting back there. I think that it's proof that my first playthrough, I was looking through rose-tinted, not rose-tinted lenses, but like, I was being unfair to Duke. I think we owe him an apology. What do I do here? Am I supposed to do that? Like that. I forget. Oh. And so, just like that, guys, I actually went ahead and I, well, took the record on the level. I lowered it by, let's see, about a minute. And keep in mind that this run is in no way perfect. And of course, sorry that I didn't get it live. But let's go ahead and let's just kind of dissect it. So, this first part, I play it pretty well. I've gotten this part down to a science. I can get through this part literally all the time now, because I know the visual cues to look for. What was tripping me up in the casual playthrough was this section at the bottom of the timer. I'm not gonna lie, at first I said it was too tight. I know when to admit I'm wrong though. The section does have about 2 seconds of leeway. I'm gonna say 1.5 seconds of leeway. You'll see here that I am moderately quick, but you can see that, of course, look, you just turn back immediately. Go up, face the other direction, go back, and you're home free. You see, I had like 4 seconds there. Okay, so, but keep in mind, I'm on world record pace. Now, you can get 2 screens done very quickly. I decided I'm gonna go for apples, see if I get it. So instead, if I fail apples, I go crusher up here. Because this is, alongside apples, one of the runs that can kill me. I barely make that. In fact, I was shocked I made it. This visual cue is you wait for the apple to reverse, and then you have plenty of time to get them back. Once you're here, you are home safe. Grab the key card and make sure you save, because apples is the, from my understanding, probably the hardest room in a run. Why is it the hardest room? Because I think it's random. Honestly, somebody can correct me, or maybe there's a strategy that comes out, but what makes this room so difficult in the speedrun, not in the casual playthrough. Remember, on the casual playthrough, I even said, hey, you can just hide behind that wall, and you're pretty much invincible. You are safe. As you can see here, though, when you're going quickly, you know, you gotta get all these key cards, and as you can see, I'm nervous here, and watch what happens. I back up into an F. I would have had an insane record had I not made this mistake. However, as you can see here in one of these runs, I am going to get insane RNG. Not that one, I think it's this one. Look at this insane RNG. Look at this. The apples are not in my way. This is the one, I dodged it. Look, I was pretty much in the clear. I did have to kind of double back there and go around. But as you can see, apples is kind of random. I don't think there's a pattern to it, because that one was like free. And as you can see here, I got this room down very consistently. So if you played this level and gave up on this room, you can use my pattern. It may not be the fastest, but it works every time as long as you, as long as you actually execute. You do have to execute. And that may be the hardest part of the section. There's not a lot of wiggle room here. Now, of course, as you can see here, I'm just taking it cool. I'm playing it, bam, done, right? So overall, you know what? Fairly good record. It said 5 deaths, but I thought it was 10 deaths. Oh, actually, the 10 deaths might be counting what I took to get this record. So as you can see, there's no gem. There are only 4 people who have cleared this. Technically 3, because does the level creator really count as a clear? Anyways, as you can see, man, the times on this level were pretty tough, right? And, you know, this is a good player here. 13 minutes, man. So you know what? It certainly is a puzzle, and it certainly is gimmick-centric. Overall, I think I stand with my rating of comparatively to everything else. Yeah, 8 out of 10, right? Now, why is that? Because, again, I'll kind of recap what I said, of course, earlier. I feel like it would have been better if we split it up into different rooms or different screens, right? You can make the screens one by one. You can make the rooms one by one. I just feel like each corner would have been so good, right? Obviously, there's no thumbnail, right? It looks kind of ugly. Meanwhile, you know, we've got other levels here where the thumbnails are better. This, I can't even see what I'm getting myself into. As far as description goes, I did come up with inspiration for his top right corner here. So, it is nice to have that, you know, kind of homage. Now, do I think it deserves 2 likes? I really don't. I don't see why it only has 2 likes. Title could have been better, maybe. Could have been capitalized. Bubble Trouble, though, is a great name, right? It's a bubble, right? It fits. 11% clear rate. Again, I feel like this level, man, you have to really learn it, right? When I'm a player and I'm looking at this, dude, the first thing I thought when I saw this level was, well, 2 things. 1, I'm overwhelmed. 2, I have options. And that's one of the coolest parts about this level. It may be a bit cramped, but you have options. So, boom, if you ever make a sequel to this, have like a hub area, and have names for each room or each screen, right? And then instead of having to get key cards to unlock what is seemingly this little rainbow pattern here, which I will admit, it looks kind of nice. It does look kind of cool. Maybe that's like the portals in the hub area. You got to get all the key cards. You could name them. You could make even more than 4 of those, right? Again, the apple room, pretty cool. But if there's something I'm thinking of, I'm thinking maybe a bit more direction, right? Like I see a stop sign here, but clearly nothing's stopping. So it makes me wonder: is this decoration here? Or is there something going on I don't understand yet? Because the ball here, of course it went off screen, but there's a passed ball in it. And I'm wondering, does this ball do anything, right? My initial thought is no. I don't think it does. But let's see here, you know, what's the code going on? It's just set in a random rotation. Yeah, just a random rotation. So it is random then. But you know what? I stand by my rating, and quite frankly, guys, I think you should play this level. I think it's a great level. And I'm not looking at it through rose-tinted lenses either, because I truly did get tilted by this level in my first playthrough. Even as I was making this video, coming back, man, learning the Crusher room took me a minute, right? And to properly review it, I had to come up with a whole strat for it, right? But overall, Boo, keep doing what you're doing. You know, here's some other great levels for you guys to check out. Obviously, the creator, oiBoo, you know, go check him out, right? I don't know why I'm not following Boo. That's crazy. I should have been. Jesus. Alright. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. You know, take my record. Let's have a fight for it. And if there's a level you'd like to see reviewed, maybe by you or a friend, someone else, or maybe it's just a random level in the community, you know what? Let me know. Put an ID down in the comments. I'll check it out, right? I'll check it out. I'll see if I can beat it. Alright, peace, y'all.